So you want to get into gaming or take your gaming to that next level, or just your gaming setup to that next level of comfortability. Just feeling comfortable playing video games. I'm going to give you guys 5 options in my 5 favorite things that I have spent money on over the past 20 years of gaming to help you guys out. Let's go. And before we get to number 5 here today, guys, I do want to let you know this is going to be a little bit different than your typical tech videos where someone's going to tell you this is the piece you need. I'm going to come out and tell you and give you a couple options and kind of feel out what works for you, because in today's day and age, it's 2022. There is a lot of great tech out there. So I'm not going to tell you you need to buy this one thing, but I'm going to point you in the right direction on helping you pick that for you. So let's jump into it. So like I said, guys, I have spent the last 20 years wasting my money trying just about everything possible at the time being. Obviously, technology has changed a lot in the last 20 years, and you can like look at reviews of things now, which is wild. So back in the day, you just bought it and hoped it worked, and they probably wouldn't even return it because returning was not as easy as it is now. So I have tested out a lot of things, and coming in at number 5 today, guys, don't get underwhelmed by this. This is actually something that's really important when it comes to gaming, and it's a chair, guys. Like this bad boy that I'm sitting on right here is one of my top 5 favorite purchases I have ever had in gaming, and it has nothing to do with gaming. It's just what you're sitting in. And the reason that's so important, I once was talking to a streamer, and they had this super crazy chair, and I was like, why would you spend that much money on a chair? And he goes, how much money did you spend on your bed? And in my head, I was like, I don't know, like $1,000, $2,000, somewhere in that range. And he was like, how many hours are you in that a night? First off, I'm a bad sleeper. So I said, I don't know, like 4 or 6 hours a day. And he goes, and how many hours a day do you game? And I said, at that point I was in college, and I was like, I don't know, like 12 hours a day, like 10, 12 hours. He goes, so you're spending almost double the time in your chair than you are in your bed, but you'll complain that your bed's the uncomfortable thing. And I said, I never thought of it that way. So I went out and I spent good money on a Secret Labs chair. Yes, this is a gaming chair, but I do not recommend all gaming chairs. There were some really bad ones. Most of the ones that say racing gaming chairs, most of them are bad, and you definitely should look into the companies before you jump into them. But an ergonomic chair, which you can just find on Amazon, anywhere basically, those are most likely going to be the best for you, because those are based on keeping your body mobile and keeping you in comfortable positions. So a chair is ginormous, guys. I can't even express it enough. This thing has been one of my favorite purchases of all time. It's a Titan XL from Secret Labs. Definitely recommend for the price range. It's like $350, $400 right now, I believe. And it's amazing. I really like it. Obviously, if you have the money, and eventually I am going to upgrade to it, a Herman Miller chair, which they're $1,000 to $2,000. So that's a different thing. Like that's a different level, but eventually I'm going to try to get to that level because I sit in it all day, man. Right now I play like 3-4 hours of games every night, but I work in this chair all day. So when you add that together, that's a minimum of 12 hours in this chair every single day. So I cannot recommend it enough, guys. A nice chair is slept on so often, and obviously we're gonna have some more tech stuff going forward, but I wanted to throw this one out first because I am very passionate about it. I played sports growing up. Everyone has something that has bothered their back at one point or another. Unfortunately, backs are just very sensitive, and whether you were in the band or you were playing sports or you did nothing, you just walked wrong one day, your back just hurts now. So let's go on to number 4, another good one. Coming in at number 4 today, guys, we're going to be talking gaming keyboards. So I've been gaming since, I believe, the original iMac, the ones that were purple and orange and funny colors. I remember playing backyard baseball on that and just being the greatest thing I've ever played. I also remember playing Madden 2000 on the crappiest computers that you could ever think. And obviously gaming has come a long way. Nowadays, mechanics are insane in games, whether you're talking about Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, anything that you're playing on a keyboard. If you want to go MMOs, go WoW, or even Lost Ark that's come out recently. A gaming computer is so important of the buttons that you are pressing. They respond faster, and at the end of the day, they make these keyboards very comfortable. I go to work once a month for a week, and I use the worst keyboard in the world there because they say you can't use your keyboards from home, which I do at home. I use mine, but here I'm using this nice Higround keyboard that 100 Thieves owns this company, and it is the most comfortable computer keyboard I have ever used. The keystrokes are so smooth, and obviously this is a $140 keyboard. You don't have to spend $140. The first one I ever spent was a Corsair K55 made stainless steel. I'll bring it up on the monitor here for you, but legitimately, it was game changing for me. At this point, I've never had a gaming computer before. I had to get a keyboard because I was buying my first gaming computer, and it was a giant difference. Is it gonna make you a better player right away? No, but over time, the comfortability and the mistakes that you've made over the past years of just like maybe accidentally pressing a button wrong because the buttons are like too flat to the bottom and fat fingering it, they don't really, it's hard to fat finger a button on a gaming keyboard. I am telling you this because I have been there, and I've gone through about 7 years of gaming keyboards now, and I'm on my fourth one now, and I love them, guys. It's definitely something you want to put your money into, and they are so good now that you can find so many different options that honestly, just go to your local Best Buy. This is what I tell even my brother who bought a keyboard last week. Obviously this Higround one, I had to go buy it online and take a little bit of a risk and just test it out for myself, but I wanted to because I really wanted to support this company because it seems like they wanted good things from you. Go to Best Buy and just test out keyboards, guys. It is the way to go. Like, you can see how they look, you can see how they feel, you can see what just is going to be more comfortable to you. Everybody's hands are different. Some people have big hands like me, some people have small hands, and like every keyboard, yes, the buttons are typically the same size, but the way they're angled, the way everything they click, everything's different. So for every person, there's not a specific keyboard that's going to be like right for one person and wrong for another. It's individually very important to go and know which keyboard is going to work for you and your strengths as a person. So coming at number 4, gaming keyboards. Number 3 coming up, it's a good one. Coming in at number 3 today, guys, probably my favorite purchase of all time, a foot pedal. A foot pedal is so essential to everyday gaming because let's be honest, when you're gaming these days, you're in a Discord call talking to your friends, or you're talking in game, you're talking to someone most likely if you're playing games. Obviously, you don't need this if you don't ever talk to anyone gaming, which I hope you're not because that's how games are made these days. You're meant to play with other people. So if you haven't played with other people, make sure you reach out and try to make some friends through gaming. They're amazing and will become lifelong friends. Use the foot pedal, guys. The foot pedal is used for talking in games, talking in Discord. You can mute yourself, push to talk, whatever you want to set it up for. They have so many different options. Now, I know Elgato just came out with a super overpriced one, but I just got this cheap one that looks like it's made in China, and I can tell you this is the second one I've had, and the first one lasted me 2 years, and it was like 20 bucks. So probably the best purchase I have ever made just for comfortability while gaming. Like, I'm in the middle of a Valorant match. I don't want to have to reach over to my push to talk button on my keyboard and be like, oh, let me press this real quick so I can tell my teammate something or my friend something in Discord. No, I'm just gonna use my foot because what else are my feet doing? They're just sitting down there doing nothing. Get yourself the foot pedal. It's easy, it's cheap, and super easy to program. So set it up, use it as you need, but this is seriously my favorite purchase I have ever made for gaming because it just made life so much simpler. Let's go on to number 2. Coming in at number 2 today, guys, we're talking gaming monitors. So gaming monitors are incredibly important to gaming, whether you're doing it competitively or you just want your games to look better. So this year I kind of went out and overdid it and got best of both worlds with a 1440p 240 hertz Alienware just beast. And I am so proud of this purchase. It's one of the most it's probably my most expensive thing other than like a graphics card or just like a computer in general at $900 something after tax, but it was completely worth it at this point. But I do not recommend that to people buying their first monitors or just trying to get into gaming. If you don't have the money for this, it's not going to make you better. Yes, it's going to make your games look better for those people that are into that, but it's not going to make you better at gaming, getting these crazy monitors that everyone wants you to get. The minimum I think anyone should go out these days, go get yourself a cheap 144 hertz monitor that's 1080p with 1 millisecond refresh rate. That's all you need. Just get that and you're chilling. Like I have one right here, my second monitor. It's the one I bought when Fortnite first came out and I was super competitive in it. It works great still. I have no problem with it. And since I've gotten this monitor I went from 144 hertz to 240 hertz, 1080p to this now, I haven't got any better at games, but it's just upgrading for different things. But once you get to that 144 hertz, you're pretty much chilling. But please, look at me. If you made it this far in the video, go into your control panel or your monitor settings and make sure it is set to the hertz that you bought this monitor to perform at. It is gonna put it at 60 hertz right when you plug it in, and people don't even realize that. So you're not playing on 144 hertz, 240 hertz, 360 hertz until you set it to that on your graphics card. Go do that right now, because I promise you, I can tell you at least probably 10% of the people watching this video are using the wrong hertz. It's crazy how many big streamers I have seen post Twitter posts being like, I had no idea that I was playing on the wrong hertz, and it's been 2 years since I've got this monitor. So go do that. Gaming monitors, huge for gaming, and absolutely some of my favorite purchases I have ever spent money on. You can go find a good 144 hertz monitor for $200, and it's going to change your game if you're playing on a 60 hertz monitor or 75 hertz monitor. I promise you. Coming in, guys, at number 1, we have talked about things from chairs to foot pedals to monitors to everything on this list is pretty basic for the most part for your everyday gamer. But you need to know what is so essential to help you out, and I'm hoping this video is doing that for you. So, coming in at number 1, a gaming mouse. These are very important to spend money on. I've learned that the hard way. Over the years of gaming, there's people like my brother that refuse to spend money on nice stuff. And then there's people like me where I've probably overspent money on nice stuff, and it's underperformed. You end up finding the middle ground when you're coming to these mices. And the thing that's so important about these, just like I was saying on the gaming keyboards, is not every mouse shape is going to work for everyone. Like, this is one of the most popular mouses in the world, and I wouldn't recommend it to everyone. Like, this is a mouse, it's really long. If you have small hands, unless you're like a fingertip gamer, like, this is not going to work for most people. Every mouse out there is built for different hand placements, different lengths of fingers. Go find the mouse that works for you. And please, please, please do not do what I did when I got my first gaming mouse. On the box, it's going to tell you something crazy like this thing has 16,000 DPI. Please, for the love of God, for you guys that don't know anything about gaming, don't do what I did. I put it to 16,000, and so you're moving your mouse like a millimeter and it's flying across your screen. Go put it at 1800 or 1600 is what I use now, because science proves that's supposed to be the best. 800 DPI has been like the classic go-to forever. 400 is the OG. Don't go over 2000. If you go over 2000, you're kind of just screwing yourself over. But please, I was playing on 12,000 DPI for 3 years, and then I started playing FPSs. I was playing League of Legends, so I was like kind of okay at the game because I was able to get used to it. But I'm telling you, if you try to play a shooting game at 1600 or 16,000 DPI, it will not work, guys. I promise you. So please don't make that mistake. Find the right gaming mouse for you guys. I will say, something you can do for every gaming mouse pretty much these days, or get what they call super glides for these, and they are some of the most game-changing things ever. Your mouse slides so much better, and Logitech has finally, they came with these now. Like, these are the original ones on it, but for every mouse before this, I've had to go out and buy the super glides through a sketchy Chinese website, which I think you can find them more available nowadays because everyone's kind of figured out how important they are. But now they come with it on some of these mouses, and it is phenomenal. Little extra tip there for you guys. So I'd recommend this mouse to people with bigger hands, and honestly, spend the money. Test out which ones you like. I really do enjoy Logitech in general, but some people like Razer mouses, some people like Steel Series mouses. It really just matters to you at the end of the day. I do think wireless mouses are the future. So if you are going to get a wireless mouse, I would definitely try that, and make sure you're putting the adapter close to your mouse, because they give you a cord and you can put it straight in front of your mouse. Do that. Don't plug it into your computer like you used to do with your laptop, and it would be on the other side of the computer, and it's going to be bad. It's going to disconnect, and you're not going to get the connections that you'd like. But that's it today, guys. Hope I was able to help some of you guys out, point you in the right direction on how you should spend some of your money, and I appreciate you. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.